Hello, people of YouTube. Gee, you must feel special today. Sorry, the camera's off kilter, but the camera's up over in this corner on my phone. Still haven't replaced that. Well, the memory card, so can't use HD video on it, but I think it's time for a bit of a life update. So, as you'll see in a video coming up, I'm going to talk about a car repair that I'm being hit with. That's complete bullshit, but I think a life update's in order. So as of November, I'm now 30 years old. I have a job now working in security. I'm very lucky to have that because I went through a friend to get that job. You know who you are out there, so I'm not going to put your name on out there, so that's what it is. Sorry for the spitting, but I moved over to Dippin' Tobacco. Probably see it up there. So, yeah, I've saved up enough money to put down a down payment on a car. And with that, I have a co-signer who's going to be helping me with a $15,000 loan. So that's good. I can finally get away from this car that I'm borrowing. Just hope to God it holds together long enough for my mom to go do her thing and me to finish the next work week out. Going to be ordering new axles for the car, at least up on the front right side of the car because it's front wheel drive. In the video you'll see the engines doesn't sit the same way as all front wheel drive cars does. It sits really far forward. The engine actually sits over the front axle, so has the front end will wash out on you if you're going good enough speed in the wet, but I never do that. In a year and a half, I plan to move to Texas. Exactly 1 year and a half after I put a payment down on this car. I should be able to save up close to $7,000 for when I do go. In case something happens, I should be able to throw a large amount of money down on the car I'm going to get, but the car I'm going to get is very tiny, so if I have to live in it, that's going to suck. But that's just how it's going to be. Pretty much going to take my clothing, my computer, and my bed, if I can trailer it out there. I'm not going to be taking much with me. I'm getting hit with the $700 bill for not having health insurance this year, and I really depended on that tax return, so it's going to be a hell of a lot less than it should be because of that bullshit. And this might get a little political, but wasn't the whole point of Obamacare to help people like me who can't afford health insurance? I remember 8 years ago complaining that $137 to $180 a month was a lot of money. And it is. But the insurance plans I've tried to get, through healthcare.gov, Medi-Cal, all these other things, they won't give me a discount because I make $2 over minimum wage out here, which is $10.50. I make pretty much $12.50 or close to that. I'm back to working graveyards, so that's going to play into being a pain in the ass when I go to replace this axle, because I got to do it bright and early in the morning when I get off work, probably. But $400 or $500 in tools and axles, and those tools can be returned because I'm going to be basically getting them as a loaner. It's going to be better than nothing. Basically get the tools, pull the shit out, put the new shit in, return the tools, get my deposit back. So that's going to be a lot better for me in the long run. Sorry if the camera's going up towards the ceiling, but this phone isn't exactly light to hold. It's a Nokia 1520, and it's my second replacement. Look out in the future for a review of this phone. It's been a really good phone until I dropped the old one and went through hell trying to get the screen replaced on it. But, you know, it is what it is. With the new job, I've lost about 40 pounds, so I've gone from 280 down to 240 pounds. That's a lot better than it used. Well, yeah, no way I look at it. It is better for me, health-wise. Unfortunately, as you can see, I still have my old glasses. Don't know how well you can see that, but so old. That white gunk in the middle there, that's that's oxidation. You can see it all around here as well, where this rubs against my head a lot. Back here on the ends, especially on the ends there, from the sun beating down on them, especially up top here. The lenses are all scratched up, like can't really see much down through the bottom of here. It doesn't show too well, but let me see if I can get that bad boy in there. Probably not. There it is. Big old scratch right across that, and this one's got a nice big one right across there. They're not dirty or anything. All those spots you see is the really shitty laminate that they put on here starting to peel off. Because I can't, afford to go out and get new glasses all the time. Gotta get them when I can afford. So, that sucks. Can't afford health insurance. Even though Obamacare was supposed to be for people like me. And it's not for people like me, it's for people who want free fucking shit and don't want to work a day in their life. But that's a whole nother thing. I don't like getting political, but fucking pissed off about that shit. Fucking crap's gotta go. When I looked at plans, I'd be looking at between $300 to $600 a month, and a quarter of my paycheck or more than half is not okay. That isn't how we're supposed to be doing shit here in America, and we need to wake up. I mean, people are starting to, but out here in Commie, California, you do what they say, otherwise you get hit with bills left and right. And I'm getting hit with them pretty hard. I still got a couple grand in the bank, so this isn't the worst thing to happen to me. But it's not fun to deal with. As you can see, got some bags under my eyes since last video I made. I work a lot. It's good to be back working, but sometimes I wonder if it's fucking worth it. And it's not. I'm going to be having to move to Texas, as I said earlier. You can get rent down there as cheap as like $400 a month for a 900 square foot apartment. And in my line of security, I should be moving up to $13.50 an hour. So that's going to help out a lot for me, especially with a car payment, rent, food, insurance, phone bill, everything else. I should still at least have $200-300 at the end of a month to put away in the savings. I'll have a newer car that's not going to be breaking down every 3-4 months like the fucking Audi does, costing me money. But sorry, I'm thirsty as hell. But yeah, so there's no way of looking at it. The place I was born and raised in California, I'm being forced out because it's too expensive to live out here. All jobs are leaving here. They're going to Texas. This place is going to become little Detroit. A lot of apartment complexes are being forced into offering Section 8 housing. And unfortunately, because of that, because they're doing Section 8 housing there, and they're losing money by letting these people in there, which there's a lot of people who truly need help, who have shitty jobs. They work more than 40 hours a week, and they still can't afford anything. And those people, they gotta live with roommates as well to help cover that. But those apartment complexes, to keep from firing like employees who help with maintenance around the place, help with the upkeep and all that, they're having to raise the rent on people. And in some areas it's gone up as much as $1,000. Actually, in a lot of areas down here in Southern California, especially in the Orange area. There's a lot of drugs now moving in, gangs, violence, and all sorts of things like that. A lot of cars and homes are getting broken into now. And, I'd like to sit there and say that it's all the police's fault, but they're doing as much as they can, especially considering back in, I think it was like 2009, 2010, the entire state of California declared bankruptcy. So that's a thing going on. I hope to be out of here before they decide to do a California exit from the United States, because then I'll probably be stuck here and labeled as some of these fucking idiots who live here. Which that's dumb. California exit. You have less products coming out of your state than you have coming in, and I know that from being a truck driver. Almost everything I picked up came right back to California when I was out of state. So I was back home even though I didn't want to fucking be here, and I couldn't come back to my home. Sleep the night in an actual bed and get a real shower before I go back out. Couldn't do that. Getting sorry for the spitting, but I switched to dipping tobacco. It's a thing that happens. It's bullshit. I can't get the healthcare I need because probably see it here. This dent right there. That's a cyst I've had for years. This is another cyst. I have another one over here as well. Every day I wake up practically, I get sick and throw up for about 5 minutes. That's not going to be good on my esophagus and my enamel on my teeth. I mean, neither is doing dip, but you gotta brush, take care of your mouth for your habits that you have in life. So that's what I do. We're pretty good white. Take pretty good care of my teeth for what I do. Couldn't continue smoking because it would make my health go down even harder. And if I get sick, I can't afford to be out of work for, a week or two in recovery. Starting to get old. My body's not as good as it used to be. Slowly changing that, losing more weight than I thought I would. So it's a thing. But fucking pisses me off. People really need fucking healthcare. Can't fucking afford it. Because everyone else who makes minimum wage or less, or hardly anything, they're getting all these free handouts and all this free shit. And it's costing everybody else a ton of money. And it's bullshit, Especially since most of these people I've met in my life, they're drug addicts. They're fucking deteriorating their own goddamn health. And it's bullshit. I have to pay for that. They're fucking crap as well. I'm just sick and tired of it. Sick and tired of this bullshit. And, gonna go to Texas. It's the only option I got left. And, if I get a chance, I'll be taking off to the more southern states. Mississippi, Louisiana, Kentucky, Colorado kind of areas. Colorado's not really, a southern state, but a lot of southerners who live there now. It's the only option I got left. I can't afford it out here. This place is getting too damn expensive. Too expensive for average working Joes to do anything. And I can't afford my health to deteriorate any more than it is, because I have to ignore things going on like cysts and shit, throwing up and all this other kind of crap. Can't afford glasses. But, things aren't all doom and gloom. Saved up quite a bit of money, a couple grand. Putting a down payment soon. I have someone help me with a cosign for a vehicle so I can get away from this car I've been borrowing and now having a fix. So, it's not all that bad. In a year and a half, I'll be out of here, and sure, there's going to be a lot more stress and new experiences going on, but quality of life is going to go up. Quality of living is going to go up. And there's more job opportunities out there and more schools and more trade schools and areas I can move into, where California has all these fucking regulations and bullshit for people who don't even use it or need it. You have to go to specialty schools and work in construction out here just to start off as an apprentice. That's a load of crap. Why the hell can Pablo come across the fucking border and just go do whatever the fuck he wants to do and get paid under the table and get all these jobs and doesn't have to worry about all this fucking shit? And trust me, I've worked on assembly lines. I've worked with Mexicans. They're some of the hardest working fucking people you'll ever be around. And if you get with the right crowd, the work ethic some of these guys has rubs off on you, and you work just as hard as they do because you want to do it. You feel like you have to, but these people, they get abused like fucking crazy, and it pisses me off that we don't do more to make it easier to become a citizen in the United States. These people can have the same benefits we do. Like, work labor board, if your boss is treating you like shit, or they're abusing you as an employee, or making you work too many hours, you wouldn't have to fucking worry about that shit. You can actually get paid like a normal person and have, access to all this stuff. It's fucking bullshit how they get treated here. And I can't believe people want to fight for letting them stay here illegally, when being a citizen of the United States, you can get way more benefits and way more help and way more things, and you don't have to be some shady asshole buying somebody else's fucking identity for, $1.25 on the street corner down in Santa Ana. There's fucking people who have stacks of paper out there with people's identity, and they just go down at $1.25 for each one of these people's social securities and crap like that. If this one didn't work, try this one. If that one didn't work, you can do this one until you fucking find one. I've had two times in my life, where I've had to go down to the DMV and dispute two vehicles I never even fucking owned, that I went and tracked down and got in the face of the owners, and they were fucking illegal. They were using my identity to register and drive these cars and rack up tickets under my fucking name. That's a load of shit. We made shit easier for these guys to become citizens. I mean, shit, look at most Americans. We can't name all our presidents. We don't know what number they were in. Shit, Donald Trump, I think he's like, 57 or something? 46? 47? Somewhere in the 40s. I think 45th president, some shit like that. I can't name all of them. And I can't name what number they came in a row. All I know is George Washington was number 1, and Bush was an idiot, and Obama was even dumber than Bush. I don't mean to get on a political rant, but these people deserve fucking way better than this, and they deserve to be fucking citizens. We need to reform how it's fucking going. We have all these illegal citizens here, and then we have 80 some odd thousand people just sitting there in fucking limbo who passed the test and took the test, and they're just fucking waiting for years and years and years just to get American citizenship. These people, they just want to fucking give it to them for free. Load of shit. Load of fucking shit for the people who worked hard for that crap. Fortunately, my phone's running out of memory. I gotta cut this short. But hope you guys have a wonderful day. I know my life's improving quite a bit.